Hello. Hello and welcome to Cool Metaprogramming Tricks, part 1 of N. And I am Robert Shepherd. Today we'll be covering compile time while. So this takes 3 non-type template parameters: start value, condition value, and operational value, just like on a for loop. So start value, and then we have a condition for that value, then we have an operation for that value. So within compile time while, we have a context operator parens. So first of all, which takes a lambda operation to do. So all of these non-type template parameters and the function parameter are all lambdas. So first of all, we want to see how many iterations the loop will go on for. So we can do this by delegating to a helper class called pack. So here's the implementation of pack. So it takes 3 non-type template parameters: start value, condition for val, and operation on val. So, and then in the body we have an context operator parens again, and then within that body we check if the current value, if we pass it into condition for val, if that is valid. If it's not valid, we return 0. Otherwise, it is valid, so we basically increment the amount of iterations that can happen. So here we add 1 and then we recurse. This is the only recursive bit of the whole program. I try to limit the recursion as much as I could. So that recurses until it finds a false value, and then it returns 0. So now we have got the amount of iterations. Now we can move on to tuple sequence. So here we again delegate, but here to a function. So here we pass in the amount of iterations, and we also pass in the operation to do. So and here all it does is just fills up a tuple of which has a size of iterations and is filled with lambda. So it's got iterations amount of lambda. We do that by using an immediately invoked lambda expression. So now we are on to for each lambda. So here we just for all the elements inside the tuple, we just call of them. So we do this by using immediately invoked lambda expression again, and we make an index sequence, which is 0 up until the size of the tuple, or in this case, the size of the pack, the elements of the tuple. Okay, so this calls all the elements returned by make tuple sequence here. So in the main function, we make a compile time while class. We pass in the starting value, and we also pass in 2 lambdas: the condition for the val and the operation on val. So the condition for val is x has to be less than 10, and the operation on val, we just increment it by 1. So in this case, we just make an instance of it, and then we call it by using its operator parens with the operation to do, and that operation to do is to output high. So as you can see in the godbolt window there, it outputs high. So this is part 1 of N of cool compile time metaprogramming tricks, and yeah, this is a very nice implementation of a compile time while. Thank you. I'll see you in the next cool metaprogramming trick.